Hello. This video is made from the perspective of an experienced softcore player going into hardcore solo self-found for the first time. I've compiled a bunch of tips that helped me along the way. With that said, let's get into it. Let's start out with builds. In general, you want less damage and more beef than your average softcore build, and you want to roughly triple your life, plus sprinkle in some layers of defense. Of course, you want to pick the right ascendancy and change your tree accordingly to the ascendancy that you pick, but in the end, you can just be bold and copy someone else's build. Now on to leveling. You can level fast if you want to with skills like these. Make sure to get some main skill copies in your weapon swap to Val later, and for resists, you want to have them capped by Act 5 or 6. And you'll want to get the go juice as soon as possible. These guys may kill you, but you can always drop a portal scroll in case things get hairy in the boss fight. Lastly, you can farm blood aqueducts until a comfy level of around 70. Now on to gearing. You want the good stats, but there's also gooder stuff. This mostly boils down to just doing betrayal and delve until harvest crafting is added. As far as 6 links are concerned, you can get them here, here, and here. And for general crafting purposes, PoE.db is your friend, and I would learn to use it if you're unfamiliar with it. Lastly, there are some secret hardcore techniques like a soul tether or the keystones from Legion jewels that are relatively common and easy to find for solo self-found, but add a lot of defensive power to your character. Now on to micro gameplay. This is a pretty important section and probably the best way you can improve your survivability outside of just being a very tanky build with good gear. First, you'll want to learn to stutter step by weaving in movement or travel skills between attacks while clearing maps. This helps you avoid a huge portion of damage you may take by simply being in a different place than where the monsters aim their damage. Next, you'll want to learn to drink responsibly and to keep your friends close, but your bosses closer. Next, you'll want to react to threats appropriately and have a plan for reacting to the most dangerous things in the game. Lastly, you'll want to slow your gameplay down. It's better to set reasonable expectations for your own abilities than try to speedrun like some of the most hardcore solo self-found players. On to the early endgame. The first thing you'll want to do is ID your maps, always. Next, you'll want to spend chaos to reroll your maps and stay alive while still getting your completion bonuses. Here are some dangerous map mod combos that you might want to reroll, for example. To progress well, you'll want to alch your maps as early as possible and chisel and sextant at red maps. When you're interacting with other league mechanics, you'll want to clear the annoying stuff off the side of the screen. Also, there are lots of things that want you dead in maps as well. On to late game bossing. It's basically the same as softcore endgame, just with a little bit more defense min-maxing. You'll want to become immune to a lot of things, or just not take any damage by stacking armor or life or energy shield. You can also dodge things if you're comfortable with a fight, and if you can handle Awakener, you can handle most everything else in the game. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy hardcore solo self-found, and I hope you achieve your goals.